car racing fans. It's 2023 and you join us at a very cold and frosty Donington Park circuit. Today we are testing our BMW 116 trophy car. More on that in a little bit when we catch up with Ted, who's going to tell us all about the season ahead, the competitions that we're entering in, and of course more on the Armed Forces Race Challenge. But today we're at Donington. We're going to tell you a little bit more about the car, what it takes to build a grassroots level BMW 116 trophy car, so you can enjoy that with Will, and of course a little bit more obviously with Ted about the season to come. So yes, today testing here at Donington, more about the car and what you can look forward to this season with the Army Sports Car Racing Team. Let's go and have a chat with the guys. There he is. Team Principle. Team Principle. It's the media guys here. Ted, Big Ted himself. The Team Principle for 2023 for the Army Sports Car Racing Team. How are you feeling about being Team Principle for 2023? Big job.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super happy for it, super stoked. Loads of plans ahead for this year. Lots of change for this year as well. So it's all been, late January that we're in now. We're starting to put all these plans into place. We're testing in Donington Park.
Nice. And what are, obviously I've let the fans know that it's the BMW 116 trophy car.
Yep.
So what does that mean for those who have never done it?
So for those that...
Hang on, we've got a big recovery truck coming by!
All the cars are coming in, all the cars.
There we go.
So what are we doing for 116? Basically, for those that follow us closely, you probably realise or have seen that we used to race the Holden Commodore in the Club Enduro Championship. Sadly, that car's now gone. It's got a new home in America, and what we've done, we've replaced that with the 116 car, which we're going to race in a single make series called the 116 Trophy. Yeah. Cool.
And that's is there competitors from the RAF and the Navy in that as well?
Yeah. So it's not a tri-service series, but we'll have good competition in the from the RAF and the Navy. Yeah. And hopefully beat them as well, like we did last year in the AFRC. Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to be taking the series really seriously. We're putting our top drivers into the car. We're not just there to make up the numbers. We're hoping to hit the ground running really hard, and that's all starting from what we're doing here today, testing the car, giving it its first shakedown before some more testing later in the year.
So you're talking about our best drivers. We've got selection coming up on the 22nd of February?
Yeah, we're back here on the 22nd of February at Donington Park. That's our basically briefing day and annual general meeting as well. So anyone that's in the military currently serving or veteran is more than welcome to attend. Check out the social media posts to see how you get involved in that and show your interest. But yeah, Donington Park this time next month, and we'll have loads of briefs, loads of lessons, loads of stuff going on, see how you can get involved in the team.
So Team Principle for 2023, what's your vision? What's the vision for this year for the team?
Yeah, so last year we did really well as a team. In the Armed Forces Race Challenge we finished, or the Army finished in the top, winning the championship. Dougie Inglis won, and hopefully he'll continue with that success into next year. We've got some really good drivers at that top tier as well, which are going to really continue to maintain the momentum. Back to the Club Enduro briefly, we won the Clubman class in Club Enduro, which was amazing, such a phenomenal feat for the level of driving that was. We're hoping to replicate that, at least to some extent, in the 116 Trophy, and build the foundations for the success of hopefully, maybe this year, but more than likely next year, really hitting it on top.
Nice. Well, I think we can expect big things from the team. I'm definitely looking forward to a great year ahead. But yeah, thanks for taking your time. Team Principle, you're a busy man. I want to navigate these psychopaths. But hey, we'll get there bit by bit. Thanks, mate. Will is mid-testing, but I am just going to come and nose him very quickly just to see how he's getting on. Will Ashford. Here he is.
Who's that? Who's that?
Testing, how's it going, mate?
Hey mate, good. I'm really enjoying the car. I've been looking forward to driving one of these for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's cool.
A little bit different from the Rari.
Yeah. A little bit slower.
Yeah.
It's so slow, I thought it was broken when I first went out.
Stop it. But a good bit of fun though, right?
Mate, I can't wait to get into the series. It's going to be cracking. When everyone's in the same car, big grids, you know, bumper to action, it's going to be fun.
So if you were just starting out into racing, grassroots level, 116 Trophy Series?
I think so. The cost of the initial car is quite expensive though, I will say that. You're talking like 10 grand plus to build one of these.
Right.
But the series itself is very cheap. So
class. Yeah. Well, enjoy the rest of the testing. Looking forward to seeing how the car gets on. Cheers, dude. Okay, so we're going to go and see Will, and he's going to talk us through what it takes to kind of compete in the series, what it takes to build one of these cars and get the gen of what you need to get yourself started in the 116 Trophy Series. And here he is looking, look at this majestic, beautiful man. Here he is, Big Will. So, you're here to tell us what it takes to do, to get involved in the sport of 116 Trophy, what you need to build, the kind of requirements. So, can you give us, first of all, the kind of specs of the car that we're running with here?
Yeah, so it's a BMW 116 E87 model.
Yep.
All of the car is pretty much very standard. So the engine is a standard 130 horsepower. The weight is a minimum of 1130 kilos. And apart from safety and a few racy bits, but not many, the car's pretty much standard.
Right. Okay. So what are the requirements that you? So to go racing, what needs to be fitted to the car?
Yeah. So obviously we have the roll cage for your safety protection, a racing seat, harnesses, steering wheel, fire extinguisher system, battery cut-off. I think that's it. And then as far as like making the car a little bit more racy, we get to use a set of series controlled coilovers. We can use racier brake pads, different wheels and tyres. We're all on a control tyre, which is the NF2R, so every car is built almost exactly the same.
Okay. Oh, that so it makes the racing a little bit more competitive then.
Down to the
driver then. And so obviously you've been doing a fair bit of testing yourself.
Yeah.
Obviously I was putting in some serious laps, apparently.
I
don't know about that bit. So, how's the car feeling? Is it ready for the series?
Yeah, I think so. First time driving the car today, I've been really looking forward to getting into these cars and what cracking little cars they are. You have to be into the throttle almost 100% of the time, and you're just chucking it into the corners. Obviously, they're really slow. Let's not beat around the bush, but a lot of fun. And I cannot wait to get out on the grid with 30, 40 of the same car, door-to-door action. For an hour and a half. It's gonna be brilliant.
Okay, so if someone's looking at getting into this, they want to do like cheap racing, they want to build one of these themselves, is it easy enough to do? Is it cheap enough?
Yeah, certainly. The initial outlay, as always with any motorsport, is quite high. The cars are getting we've basically used them all up in the series, so to buy a second-hand car is getting a little bit expensive. And to buy all the required parts, you're looking at about, I think, 7 to 8 grand just to do it all yourself.
Yeah.
You can buy pre-built cars or second-hand race cars for 12 to 15 grand, which sounds like a lot of money, and it is, but this is a really highly competitive sort of budget championship. So once you're actually in the championship, costs are very, very cheap. Tyres are 300 quid a set, and they'll last you all season if you want, and it's very cheap once you're in. You just need to have that initial outlay.
Brilliant. Well, well, thank you very much for your time. As always, mate, we look forward to seeing the car, and have you got any words of advice for those attending the selection day?
Oh, send it.
Classic. Cheers, mate.
All right,
Well, Army Sports Car Racing fans, that concludes our day of testing here at Donington Park Circuit. car's looking great. The guys have got plenty of data that they need to make the change they require for the season. Few final laps to finish the day off nicely, but yeah, a great day, and hopefully you've enjoyed it and you've got a little something. So if you're thinking about getting involved in this race series, you want to know what it's like to build a car, what you need, hopefully there's been a little bit of information for you to be able to do that. Anyway, we will see you for selection for our next event. There it goes, looking great. We'll see you for selection for our next event. Hopefully see you there. Have a great day. This has been the Army Sports Car Racing Team. I have been Staff Sergeant Dan Morton, and like I say, we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.